What comes into our minds when we think about God is the most important thing about us. Those words were said by A.W. Tozer. So let's ask, what ideas about God entered the mind of the Tsonga historically? African traditional religion is a theological system that controlled the mindset of much of Africa for hundreds or even thousands of years. There is no single system of ATR, since its teachings have never been written down. They do not have temples, houses of worship, holy days, or teachings even. From the ancient traditions passed on from their forefathers, the gods of the Tsongas were a collection of spirits who are unknowable because they do not speak audibly or reveal themselves in words. These spirits have differing powers that they use for and against men, often at the request of their enemies, during their entire lives. As Henry Junod, one of the first missionaries among the Tsonga people, wrote, quote, "Any man who has departed this earthly life becomes a shikwembu, a god. Since every human being becomes a shikwembu at death, there are consequently many categories of these. The two great categories of gods are those of the family and those of the country, the latter being those of the reigning family. Moreover, each family has two sets of gods, those on the father's side and those on the mother's." Close quote. These gods are the collection of family ancestors who have died in the past. Even in books written by Africans, they constantly mention the effect that unknown spirits and spirits from past generations have on us today. For example, a Tsonga man wrote, quote, "As a force in the earth, you enter an environment that is already occupied by other forces, some of which are in opposition to you. It happens everywhere and to everyone." Close quote. But as Christianity has become more well known, it is common to hear Tsonga pastors speak now about generational curses and spirits of poverty, joblessness, barrenness, failure. But who keeps all these curses in force? Where do these competing spirits come from? Well, the worshiping of many gods is called polytheism. Animism is a particular kind of polytheism where the gods are constantly influencing the world in which we live. Thus, ATR is both polytheistic and animistic. So when someone wearing these glasses hears about the Christian God, they tend to include him within their group of previous gods, saying something like, "Oh, I know what gods are, so this new God must be basically similar to these other ones." For many thousands of years, the demons who inspired this religion have bound the Tsonga people in darkness. Thankfully, with the translation of the Bible and the work of missionaries, some Tsongas are being saved from their foolish way of life, received by tradition from their forefathers. Can the one true God not break the strangleholds that these demons have on the Tsonga people? May we not hope and pray for a dramatic spread of truth among them?